2023. He remains out with sciatica, but the Lakers, they're in action tonight. And for more, we're joined by our senior writer, Dave McMenamin. Dave, before we get to tonight's game, 22 years ago, when LeBron was debuting, you were where?
I was at Syracuse University. I was a junior, and I was doing whatever I could to scramble to get Denver Nuggets games on my laptop or in the computer lab, because obviously Carmelo just went from Syracuse to the NBA as well that year.
I think you were toasting with your brothers here. You were studying abroad at Syracuse, as we're showing our viewers right now. Just a little toast there with Jeff and Brian. So that was Dave 22 years ago. I will not show you myself. But beyond LeBron, Dave, the Lakers, they have a whole bunch of injuries here, especially a guard. We're looking at Luka. We have Gabe Vincent, Marcus Smart, all out tonight. So how is JJ preparing Austin Reeves to put this team on his back once again?
Well, Malika, I don't think JJ necessarily saw this moment coming so early with no Luka Doncic, because he's out with the leg issue and the hand issue, and LeBron out with sciatica. But he was trying to build Austin Reeves up this summer to get him more confident. He basically said that you're out of excuses. You're no longer the happy-go-lucky, undrafted young guy in this league. You've become one of our main guys. And with that, you have as much responsibility and opportunity on this team as LeBron and Luka do. And look at it. I mean, we're talking about what I was doing back in 2003. What Austin Reeves was doing back in 2012 was living on a farm in Arkansas. Well, tonight he can join Kobe Bryant as the last Laker to have 3 straight games of 40-plus points. Kobe did that in 2012. I mean, so he's doing historic stuff, and really it's about trying to get as many wins as they can right now, like they did in Sacramento, while those guys are out.
Yeah, and if he is able to do that, join the likes of Kobe Bryant, I'm so looking forward to that post-game interview, because the humility and the sweetness that he brings to those moments, it's been really awesome to watch. Dave, thank you so very much. The Lakers will be doing this against a Timberwolves squad that does not have Anthony Edwards. The Celtics, though, before then host the Cavaliers at 7 o'clock, and then you get that Minnesota Lakers game. Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq, they're back. They tip off our coverage. It's at 6 Eastern. The real question, though, is which of these teams will make Ryan Windhorst Tower of Power? That sounds like a job for Wendy's Tower of Power.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm palming the ball. Number 5, 4, 3, 2. Number 1.
I say it in a voice. Tower of Power.
Tower of Power. Starring Ryan Windhorst.
Well, Malika, I was working that night in Sacramento while Dave was drinking, so just let that be noted. All right, number 5, we're going to start with the undefeated San Antonio Spurs. Sneaky big game tomorrow night, Heat at Spurs. That could be real big. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama is playing great. Number 4, Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm going faster than you can even run the highlights. Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell averaging over 30 points a game early going with Darius Garland out. They're going to need a little bit more offensive balance, but defensively they've turned it up. They're off to a 3-1 start. Number 3, Golden State. Impressive victory last night. The fewest points they've given up in almost a decade. 79 points to the Clippers. Great defense from Jonathan Kuminga in the early going. Number 2, and I know this is where it's going to get surprising, the Denver Nuggets. I know you may say, why are there not other teams that are undefeated up here? Because Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon look so good. And number 1, it's going to take a lot to unseat the Thunder. And I certainly can't when they're off to a 5-0 start.
That was probably the fastest windy Tower of Power that we have ever seen. Wow. Let's see how Brian's list compares to our panel of experts. The Week 1 Power Rankings. This is according to ESPN.com. Brian, they're with you at the top. Then things, similar teams, except for you have the Spurs and they have the Knicks.
Did Perk put this list together? The Knicks are 2-2.
No, I didn't, Wendy. I'm actually on your side. I think I will replace
Thank you, sir.
the Nuggets and put them at number 5. I will put the Spurs at number 2.
I'm surprised there's no Philly in there.
Philly may be honorable mention, knocking on the door. Hey, with Giannis, the king of Milwaukee, who took on the New York Knicks last night. Remember, there's been a lot of conversation about New York and Giannis Antetokounmpo. So early on, the play that had people talking, the Euro step that started in Asia, Giannis off glass. Shout out Rich Eisen for that one. Was that a travel?
Refs didn't call it.
They didn't call it, so it wasn't a travel.
All right, well, New York, they scored 71 in the first half, 45 in the second quarter. Their second most in any quarter to start this last season. Third quarter, though, this is what Giannis does.
Excuse me, OG. Get out the way, little guy.
I don't even think he said excuse me on that one. And this was just a theme all night long. A block there going the other way.
Look at those first
the
3
floor.
steps. Boots to the wood.
Gary
Come here. Snatching the screws out the rim.
Let him know.
And look what he says after. He says, "This is my city."
He lying?
But gentlemen, another big piece for the Bucks was Ryan Holland. So let's get to know Ryan a little bit. He played 2 seasons at Toledo as an all-league guard. He was drafted by the Hawks in 2022, traded to Golden State, the Warriors dealt him to the Wizards, and after being waived by Washington, he signed a 2-year, 2-way contract with the Bucks, which brings us to this corner
He's
3
a
last
journeyman.
night.
Gotta love it.
He was huge for them.
All you need is an opportunity, and he was outside of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, he was scoring points. Before us being a playmaker and primary ball handler, he picked up some slack that was needed for the
Career
club.
night for him, 25 points, 4 steals. Not a career night for Karl Anthony Towns. He finished with just 8 points on 2 of 12 shooting, his worst field goal percentage in a game in his career when he took at least 10 shots here. So to the fourth quarter we go.
Kuz.
This was still a game here, Danny.
Yes, I give a lot of credit to Kuz guard and Karl Anthony Towns, making him frustrated. But look at Giannis.
Ooh, sliding those
Player of the year.
puppies.
Sliding his puppy, stay in front of Jalen Brunson. Easy deuce.
Brunson did all he could. He finished with 36 in this game. 3 minutes to play. The Bucks up 4. Giannis hitting a little Dirk fadeaway there.
The bad work.
And then
Bad
under
work.
a minute left. Milwaukee up 8 here. The finishing touches.
Cat,
Giannis.
you know you cannot pick him up at the half-court line. You're picking him way too high.
And OG, you know you can't challenge him at the basket. You
Giannis
losing your
finished
damn mind.
37 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and the Bucks got the victory here. He scored 32 of those 37 in the paint. You can see it here. He's now gone for 30 points on 60% shooting in all 4 games this season, the longest streak to start a year in NBA history. Here he was after the game.
There was going back to the ESPN report from earlier this month, part of it was that if you were traded, you'd prefer to go to the Knicks.
Who said that?
It was an ESPN report that Shams.
I don't read that.
I was wondering if that is true, and if it is or it's not. Okay.
I don't remember that. Right now I'm here representing my team, and that's it. We beat the Knicks, so doesn't really matter. What matters right now, we have a game 2 days against Golden State. Try to stay locked in and get 2 in a row. But I didn't read that article. Try to stay away from all that rumors and I don't know how you call it, speculations and trade and all this. It doesn't concern me one bit. I try to involve myself and try to help my team win games.
Well, he did that last night. They won the game then. Perk, what do you make of those comments?
Good toss.
No, I'm saying, why you just threw that paper at Malik? I'm asking, why you just threw? This is typical Giannis. Throwing stones and hiding his hand, right? This is a history.
I think he's being facetious.
No, but I'm saying, but this is what he does, right? He'll tell the world, oh, I didn't know nothing about Damian Lillard and what was gonna happen with him. I didn't know Drew Holiday. Like, we know you know. Okay, cool. But you just came off a great win. Started the season, a signature win at that. The most dominant player in the NBA. It's the 7 assists, right? It's the 7 assists for me. Him leading the charge, being that point forward. Malika, you pointed this out before we came on the show. The spacing is working.
And it's the same sort of system that we saw Mike Budenholzer try to put in place. When you got 4 guys hitting shots, clearing the paint for Giannis, and he can get downhill, that tends to be a recipe for success.
I'm more impressed with his defense, and I think that was where they were lacking, especially against Indiana last year. There was a time where he was guarding Tyrese Halliburton, letting him get to his right hand, but him picking up the slack, blocking shots, being active, running the floor, that's what impressed me most about Giannis and taking on that lead. So I think they're in a good spot with Milwaukee. He was halfway out the door, but now after getting that signature win, I think he's more comfortable.
They're going to win regular season games. They're going to be in the top six seed in the Eastern Conference. It's just in the postseason, you're going to need more out of Miles Turner, right? Like,
we're 3 games in, and I think there is a big difference between who's the top 1, 2, 3 in the Eastern Conference and then who ends up 4, 5, 6. But we know the Bucks go as Giannis goes.
Not right, but I got something I got to get off my chest. All right. Karl Anthony Towns. Hey, man, when is it going to stop? Seriously. I'm expecting better from you. I'm expecting better from you at this time right now. Like, this is what I'm seeing right now. You got a coaching change, right? Obviously, you didn't want Tibbs because you didn't want Tibbs in Minnesota. So they bring in Mike Brown. You're still picking up those dumb, silly fouls, right? Mike Brown said it, that he's been talking to you about this, something that you should be trying to work to get better at. Those